Hello and welcome. And welcome to this week's Be Free podcast with moi, Susie McWilliam. And today I wanted to share with you a little bit about my story, but I decided to do it a little bit differently. I thought I would share with you a little bit of my book. So consider this your little audible for the week, and read a little bit of my book, Be Free, a holistic guide to freedom from anxiety, stress, and low mood for life. At the moment, well, apart from obviously my croaky voice, at the moment, I am up in my beautiful spiritual home in Findhorn. It has taken me so much to get here. The car broke down. It had to get towed away. I had to go to another village. I couldn't get a hire car. My actual own car is in the garage. It was my husband's car I had. Anyway, it's been a whole hoo-ha. But I am here now. The beautiful men at the garage drove me all the way up the road with all my luggage to the home that I'm staying in until Saturday. And yeah, super excited to be here. So hopefully some of these awesome spiritual vibes will transfer through the screen or through your ears as you listen to today's session. And yeah, I'm really excited to read you part of my book. The Be Free community doors are currently open right now with a 14-day free trial. And that's what got me thinking about the book, because there is not just one thing that supports you in living a life that feels purposeful or joyful or free from anxiety or free from depression or any of those things. It's never just one thing. It needs to be a holistic view. Hence this podcast, sharing lots of different things over the course of time, getting different experts in to share their expertise with you, to inspire you. But I didn't always know this. I didn't always know that you needed to have kind of rituals, routines to support you. I kind of flew through life by the seat of my pants, and it landed me not in a great place. So I thought I would share the start of my book with you. Hopefully it will inspire. It's always quite nice to revisit these kind of things and just maybe support you in thinking a little bit differently about your own habits, rituals, routines, and just embracing some new things, trying different things. Because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be sitting here speaking to you today, sharing my passion and love for empowering women to live a life that feels free, that feels joyful, free from anxiety, and just feel empowered. And that's one thing I just wrote actually at the top of my journal, that, yeah, I am an empowered woman. There's no way I could have driven up the country to go somewhere, by myself back in the day. My anxiety would have crippled me, staying somewhere else by myself, in a holiday cottage. Absolutely no chance. But because I have these tools, the incredible meditation, mindfulness, breath work, yoga, journaling, all the things, and so much more, I can do those kind of things now. So I hope that this maybe supports you as we go through it. So let me begin. Make yourself comfy, grab yourself a cuppa, little story time. How to use this book. This book has been created to give you the tools to overcome anxiety, reduce stress, and improve mood. It's a guidebook back to being free, to help you move forward and live the life you deserve. You can dip in and out if you're feeling particularly stressed or overwhelmed, or you can work through the whole book step by step, embracing it all and completely ramping up your lifestyle. It will get easier. I created the Be Free Anxiety Matrix after realizing that overcoming anxiety couldn't be achieved by one single action or solution. As I spent my time looking for solutions and studying results, the matrix came to fruition. And this is the base for my anxiety coaching work. It is this holistic view that gives results that last forever. Dr. Benjamin Snyder, a naturopathic doctor, said, "It's critical that you're not just looking at the physical causes, because if you experience anxiety, The single causative factor may exist in the beliefs you hold about yourself, or it might exist in unresolved emotional conflict from your past. Many times the body will express anxiety as a way of discharging anxiety felt earlier in your life. The body's way of healing. The matrix and the areas covered within this book offer an opportunity to review a number of areas of your life which might be leading to your anxiety. You may have already explored some areas and ideas, and that's fabulous. You'll be off to a flying start. Revisiting these ideas will give you the opportunity to reignite and inspire you to explore further solutions. If you haven't heard of these things, then why not try introducing some new ideas, exercises, and activities? It's time for change. Take your time, implement changes step by step. Small changes will lead to big changes. Maybe take one exercise and do it for a week and then add another. It's a gradual process. Know that every step you take will have you feeling more vibrant and healthier in your mind, body, and soul. You will radiate this vibrancy out to those around you and to the world. You will begin to get your life back. Step by step, you will feel more confident, empowered, and more like you. You'll feel better than ever have before, fully present and fully you, leading the life you deserve. The focus is to build in habits that will last. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed at any point, just take a step back and then revisit it later. Keep a journal or diary as you read through this book, or make notes inside it. It's a great tool to look back on the days when you feel low. I guarantee you will be making progress every day without even realizing it. At the beginning of each chapter, you will be giving an affirmation, a positive statement to repeat as many times as you can throughout the day, especially if you're feeling a bit low or overwhelmed. These little words will help support you, guide you, and show you just how amazing you truly are. Whether you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic disorder, social anxiety, or low mood, or are feeling super overwhelmed and stressed, these exercises and ideas will help guide, support, inspire, and lead you to your life of freedom. Be free. Love and live your light. Susie. My story. Struggling with anxiety, low mood, panic, and stress? What if there was a solution? A magical cure so that no matter what life threw at you, you would be able to cope better. Would you be willing to do that, to do what it takes to create peace in your life? When I was 15, I started suffering from panic attacks. These started when I was out with friends, and there seemed to be no rhyme nor reason to their happening. The more they happened, the faster they came. In the doctor's office with my mom, I was prescribed beta blockers and antidepressants. It's strange. Even at 15, although I knew in my head I'd been offered a solution, it didn't sit right with me. I wanted to know why the panic attacks were happening. I didn't want to take man-made drugs. Anyway, I carried on and never took them. I attended yoga with my mum, tried homeopathy and hypnotherapy, and looked at alternative support. Fast forward another couple of years, and then I started drinking. The panic attacks would worsen, the self-loathing. And then when drunk, I would hate myself so much I would self-harm. I would despise myself, which led to me punching and slapping myself. Whilst all this was going on, I would be the life and the soul of the party. I had great friends, the most amazing family, and a wonderful life. This fueled my guilt and upset more. What right did I have to feel low or down when others had it so much worse? A few years later, I started uni, bought a flat and worked, always super motivated and wanting to find the keys to happiness. I did everything to excess. I studied, partied, worked 2 jobs. It was fun, but my body kept telling me otherwise. I had more panic attacks, psoriasis over my whole body, and a gripping in my chest. After university, I tried different jobs. I had my own catering business, which I worked in from the early hours late into the night and continued to party. Relationships started to fall apart. The stress grew too much. Whilst on a holiday with friends, I decided enough was enough and said I wasn't going home. I decided to run away from my life and my responsibilities. Whilst making this decision, I hurt those I loved most, my family. The guilt of leaving them worried and concerned was too much. I flew home to face the music. As you can imagine, this fueled my self-loathing and anxiety even more. I felt trapped, lost, and a failure. By my late 20s, I was getting on well with my work, successful, with a lovely flat, and my new boyfriend, now my husband. Everything was going well. I still had the occasional panic attack, but I was now becoming more aware and in tune with my triggers and with the things that were supporting me and helping me to feel better. I always placed a lot of pressure on myself to be the best at whatever I did, always giving 110%. After marrying Stuart, I became a stepmom to 2 children. I focused all my attention on being the best wife to my husband and the best support for the children. I love children dearly and had always wanted a big family. When we started trying for our own baby, we were told that we were not going to be able to conceive a child naturally together. Despite everything I've mentioned above, I kept pushing, kept driving, and was motivated. I was unwilling to accept that this was the case. I figured there must be a natural solution. Again, I gave 110%, looking into diets, nutrition, acupuncture, positions. Then the magic happened. Call it a miracle or that we'd successfully managed to improve our health, but we had a little baby girl. I was delighted, but quite naive as to the stress and pressure I was going to endure. It wasn't an easy pregnancy health-wise, made more difficult by the dynamics of not having a typical nuclear family. It was tough. Once my beautiful girl was here, I started to experience all sorts of health concerns, panic attacks, feeling like I was going to black out. And then I got labyrinthitis and BPPV, an inner ear condition which affected my balance. My world started to get smaller. This condition would disappear and then reoccur. I would be driving with the kids and suddenly feel like I was going to pass out. The anxiety I was feeling was off the scale. I had a constant tightness in my chest. I convinced myself I had a brain tumor or was going to have a heart attack. I went to the hospital and they diagnosed me with subconscious hyperventilation and postnatal depression. In my usual style and response, I disagreed. I looked again for natural solutions and found an amazing natural medicine practitioner. I turned up with my list of symptoms. She reviewed these, my history from birth, my diet, and she diagnosed adrenal fatigue, which is caused by living in a state of stress. She implemented some solutions and changed my diet, and within a couple of weeks, I felt so much better. It was another miracle as far as I was concerned. Feeling better and living my life, the next curveball hit. I was lying on the sofa one night and then I had severe pain in my abdomen. It was excruciating. I then started to bleed from down below. I called the medical helpline as it was a Friday night, and they made an appointment for me to see a doctor straight away. This doctor told me that it would pass. It was probably something I'd eaten in my time of the month. Yet again, I was losing confidence in the medical profession. I was so upset. I don't know why, but in that moment, I drove to a local supermarket and bought a pregnancy test. It tested positive. I bought 3 more and they were all the same. I was so excited, yet terrified. I continued testing the next 2 days with the lines getting fainter. I visited my GP on the Monday to be told it had been an early miscarriage. I was devastated. I blamed myself, although I hadn't even known. It really fueled everything I'd been battling and burying deep down. We spoke to medical professionals again to see if we could have another baby. They told us it was impossible for us to conceive again, but we could try IVF. I couldn't get my head around it all. We started the IVF process and my heart and head were all over the place. My controlling nature was kicking in, telling me that I could achieve anything I wanted and I wouldn't stop until I got it. We were taught how to give injections and everything that was involved. I'd had my ovaries checked. As I sat in a room of other hopeful would-be parents at the hospital, I realized I couldn't do this to myself. Mentally, I couldn't cope with another miscarriage or the hormonal changes. My egg removal appointment was booked and I bailed. I felt like a failure, that I didn't have the strength to continue. The panic attacks had kicked in full scale and I was struggling to get my daughter from the nursery to go out for dinner and do the things I loved. I went to my GP again and asked for antidepressants. I cried as I picked up my prescription and popped that little pill into my mouth. I started to read the side effects and completely freaked myself out. I had a panic attack again and ended up on the phone to the doctors. I knew then that I wouldn't take any more. I fell into a complete breakdown. For days, I lay in bed, unable to get up and cope. I was numb. My body gave up and shut down. I felt no emotion. I couldn't eat. I lay in bed and watched TV, unaware of what I was even watching. Stuart was left to look after the children along with my mum. They tried to buy me the foods I liked and feed me nutritious food. But I was switched off to the world, switched off to my children. I slowly started to awaken to realize what I wanted most in the world was to be there for my kids, not to be a zombie. As I lay in bed, I started to look back at the things that had helped me previously. I loved meditation as a teen in my yoga classes, so I started listening to meditations whilst in bed on a loop. A friend advised me to try Reiki and it changed my world. It opened me up to why I was doing what I was doing and how to improve my life. Then it grew and expanded. Each day or week, I would add something else to the mix to help me find peace, happiness, and health. I researched constantly, trying new things and natural health solutions. I studied nutrition and crystals and oils and discovered self-care. That is where this book was born. I found natural solutions that can truly allow you to take your life back. Everything in this book has been tried and tested and used by me. The day I decided to look for solutions has now led me on a beautiful and challenging journey to where I'm at today. I'm now a holistic health and anxiety coach, qualified Reiki practitioner, meditation teacher to adults and children, essential oil enthusiast. My goal is to share and empower others to find solutions to their anxiety, stress, and ill health. I hope that this book helps you discover your own journey to peace and happiness. It's only a decision away. You've got this. Love and live your light. Susie. Thank you so much if you have listened all the way through. As I say there, you know, I firmly believe that I am here to share this wisdom. And that is where my Be Free community is founded from, this wisdom, creating this lifestyle. Everything that is there to support you in creating that lifestyle. And it will just support you regardless. If, you know, you don't have to be anxious or depressed to benefit from this. You know, maybe you're just a little bit stressed. Maybe you just want to live, you know, a life that feels more aligned, allow your body to relax. But in there, you will find Reiki, meditation, yoga, journaling, so many different guest experts, breath work, all so many different things there to support you. And I'm gifting everyone 14 days free, as long as you sign up before the 31st of March. So please do go take advantage of that. If this particular episode has touched you in any way, or you need any support on anything that I have previously discussed, please do feel free to reach out to me. Drop me an email, or just connect with me via socials, whatever way you want to connect. Just reach out to me, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to be able to support you in any way I can. So I am going to go sip some of my beautiful rose tea, draw some angel cards, set myself up for the rest of the week being here. I hope that episode supports you. Please reach out to me with any topics that you wish for me to discuss, and I would absolutely love to do that for you. I think the moral of the story is just keep going. Just keep going. And meditation and all these healing things allow you to do that. They allow you to build the resilience so that you don't break down. Literally, the car did break down, literally. There you go. There's a nice little analogy. The car broke down. I never. Yay! Love it, love it. Good to end on a positive note. So yeah, excuse my croaky though. I am sending you all so much love. I'll be back next week. Any questions, please reach out. Hopefully see you within the Be Free community. Come join us. It's free. Come try it. See if you like it. And yeah, I'll see you there, my love. Take care.